Okay, we have our Bubba Burger Sports Car Grand Prix at Long Beach overall winners here in the prototype class. Co-drivers of the number 5 Mustang Sampling Cadillac DPi-V.R, Filipe Albuquerque and Joao Barbosa. Filipe, let's start with you. Talk about just how big a win this is for you guys, your second win of the season, second in 3 races, and especially kind of coming back after a bit of a tough race at Sebring to get the win here.
I mean, so far, any win in this championship is great. Daytona, we got the Daytona. Fortunately, the Sebring was not great for us, but being here as a sprint, I enjoyed it since the first lap and the environment of this race weekend. It's my first time here. I'm just enjoying and loving it, being around and being in a car like as this powerful in a street course and being next to the walls. It brings me back great memories from the past, from formulas and sprint racing. So I loved it, and to finish that with a win, and especially coming a little bit from P4, P3, and doing some overtakes was just great. So I was enjoying a lot, and it was very easy to do a mistake in the lead. Like sometimes I was trying to control, but the marbles, we could see that even the Corvette in the end, it went on the marbles. I didn't know the situation there, but. Yeah, we needed to be focused, and I love that, and it was perfect for us. I mean, the car obviously was great. Action Express did a great job with the Cadillac. Joao did a mega start and stayed there safe. Obviously, he couldn't pass because of the traffic, but in the end, it was perfect for us.
Talk a little bit about the strategy that you guys used to get into position there as well. I mean, you wouldn't think in a 100-minute race, you'd think it'd be fairly straightforward, but it was anything but, really.
I mean, track position is very, very important, and after any restarts, it was so important to try to get a pass and be a little bit crazy to brake with cold brakes, and it went well for me. And the strategy, obviously, we count on the guys with the tires and the belts and the fuel to be perfect and to get out perfectly without a misfire start. And I think today we just did it perfectly. I mean, the 31 car was very, 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 very quick, but unfortunately they played a different strategy, which cost them a lot. But it's what it is. Action Express played 2 different strategies, which one of them played off, and we were the lucky ones to be in the lead, in a win. And now we're leading the championship, which is just great.
Thanks, Filipe. Joao, this race has kind of been, I mean, your team has been really, really strong at a lot of places, but I would say that this is a place where traditionally it hadn't been until today.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been very, very close in the last few years for wins, and from one reason or the other, we never were able to finish it off like we did today. But today was a really tough race, like Filipe said. I think Action Express did a tremendous job just planning out the strategy. We had the perfect strategy. I knew in the beginning I was a little bit faster than the cars in front, but I was on fuel-saving modes from the start, and I could see that I could keep up pretty much with the guys in front. And that was really great. So we were able to save quite some fuel early on the race. That made our pit stop a lot better and faster, so we could gain track position, which is super important here. It's very hard to overtake. It's a great place, and it doesn't forgive you any little mistake. You go offline a little bit to try to overtake someone on the dirty part of the track, and you pay big time with that. So. It was a perfect day for us after not such a great qualifying, but we grabbed together and we never quit. So we worked really hard during the last night to have a good car today. Obviously we had a great car on the Cadillac was very strong on long stints. We were able to make the Continental tires work for a long periods of time, and I think that's where our strength was today. Was like we could be more consistent than pretty much everyone else on track, and just to give us track position. Then Filipe at the end did a great job just to control the pace, and it just brought it home. So we're really happy to be on top of the championship. A little early to talk about championship for sure, but we go with the same mentality. To have a good points day like today, we need to win more races. So that's the best way to protect your lead. So we're focusing on that for the next race.
Well, speaking of the championship and given just the the competition that you guys face and how tough it is and how much tougher it's going to get from here on in. You know, how big is it to build a lead at this stage in the game?
I mean, I think more important than building the lead is to be able to keep on top of everything and keep the Cadillac competitive, that we have a shot of winning more races. It's super early to talk about protecting the lead, but we need to keep working like we finished last, so we can improve more for the next race. I think that's our mentality at Action Express. I mean, obviously we won today, but we know we can do better for the next one, and we can improve the car. So that's our goal. Obviously it's great to be in the lead, but our mentality is what can we do to win the next race in Mid-Ohio. So we're really focused on that. And Cadillac has been a tremendous support. I mean, we're probably not the fastest car on the straight right here, but I mean, everything else is doing really, really good. So we're really happy to be supported by Cadillac and All Action Express Racing.
Let's take a quick look ahead to Mid-Ohio. It's been a little while since we've been there, but you know, just your thoughts on going back there.
Awesome track. I think Filipe, if you like this track, obviously it's very different, but he's gonna love Mid-Ohio. It's one of the old school tracks, you know. I think we won the last Grand Am race there in 2013, I think, right? So it would be great to go there again and start it where we finished last time. So Filipe is going to love the track. I think it's going to suit him very well. It's very technical, fast and slow corners, very elevation changes and all that, really old school, and I really love that track. So really happy that IMSA is going back there again. Really looking forward to go back.
Filipe, how are you preparing for it? What have you learned about Mid-Ohio, and how are you preparing to go back there?
Well, so far nothing. I don't know anything about Mid-Ohio. I just know that Joao and Christian and the team tells me all about it, and that it's a great track, which I think, you know, doing the IMSA, I know there is a lot of many nice tracks around, and I'm super happy to be doing this championship, to know those tracks. I'm going to prepare. I know I'm going to spend a little bit of time here, enjoy this win, and you know, Wednesday I start working on Mid-Ohio, you know, and
some laps on iRacing.
Exactly, through some laps on a simulator. Obviously, it helps, like I did, to come over here. But then just go on, and obviously, I have a great team to support me and to tell me what should I do, and to be aware of some critical points on the track, which paid off in here, and which was you know, a mistake here you pay very hard. And I heard about Mid-Ohio, which is pretty quick. So you know, I like challenges, and I'm looking forward to Mid-Ohio.